right. So we're actually going to start seated on the roller. This is not very comfortable for everybody. And this is mostly actually something that's going to release the pelvic area, the pelvic floor, and things around your sit bone area. Okay. So I'm going to show you that basically you're going to straddle the roller. Roller comes here, you bend the knees and you sit. So for many, this knee situation here might not be comfortable. You can still do this on something higher. So if you need to sit on a chair and put the roller on the chair and sit on the roller on the chair, you can do it, or anything higher. Yeah, anything that can decompress the knees for you if you want. So see if it's appropriate for you. If it's not, just sit on a nice position that's comfortable for you, and we're gonna breathe from there. Okay, so you should be feeling your sit bones on the outside of the rollers, right, on the edges. If it's too painful, again, you can put something over the roller, or again, you can sit outside it. So there's a lot of things that attach in that area, so it might be a bit tender as well. We're gonna stack the head, the shoulders, the ribs over the pelvis. Just relax the body here and just do some breathing. Belly breathing, torso breathing. So breathing into the torso, expanding all the way around, breathing out, hugging the torso in. So start by hugging the hip bones together, the waist, and then the ribs, all very gently. Remember, we're using just 20 to 30% effort. And really breathe, expand. Let the belly go out, let the ribs expand. Try not to lean back into the back of the pelvis. Just be right on top of your sit bones. And then if you're feeling comfortable in this position, try to think of the sit bones coming together into the roller, lifting the roller, and then you hug everything in. Breathing in, release everything and expand. Breathe out, bring the sit bones together as if you want to hug the roller with it. Lift the roller up with the pelvic floor, hug everything. Or think of your sit bones lifting the roller up. Give me 3 more. Last one. Good. All right. So if you want to, roll the pelvis forward and back a little bit, very gently. Again, it's a little tender there. So it's basically the pelvis that we do. You're tipping the pubic bone towards the roller, and then you're pulling the pubic bone away and you're rolling to the back of your sit bones. Yeah. So pelvis goes forward, arch in the back, round back. Again, if it's too much, don't do it. Breathe in to go forward. Give me 2 to 3 more. Breathe out. Roll the pelvis back. Breathe in to come forward. Breathe out. Roll back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so just the pelvis. All right, so from here, we're going to come off. Or if you can just bring your legs forward, that would be great. Bring your pelvis forward, and we're going to lay down on the roller. So go to the very edge of it, hands on the ground, and roll your spine right along that roller and come down to continue the breath here. So your head should be on the roller, your pelvis should be on the roller, hands relaxed on the side. Okay, just relax. If you need to open up the hands for the seating to open up the chest, that's totally fine with me. Feet wider, more stability. Feet closer in, less stability, more core control, more inner thigh work as well. Okay, and we're gonna breathe here. So try to feel the breath going to the back of the ribs, side and front of the body. And then keep scooping the abdominal, lifting, hug those hip bones, waist and rib. Breathing in, back of the ribs, side and up. Breathe out. Scoop first and then hug everything inwards. When you scoop the abdomen, remember it's deep and gentle. And then When you scoop, also try to lift the abdominals. When you lift it, you should feel that the hip bones coming in and everything hugging. 2 more. Good. And then rock your pelvis a little bit. Imprint, so push the low back into the roller, release. Without the arching, if you want to arch, you can. Imprint, release. And then after you've done about 3, then if you're ready to arch, you can go into scoop, lift the abdominals, tilt the pelvis, imprint the spine on the roller, breathe in, lengthen the tailbone and sit bones, arch the back, and tip the pubic bone down towards the floor. Breathe out and in. Good. Keep going. And then find your neutral for today. I'm just going to come a little bit closer to you when I lift my legs up a little higher. Okay? All right. So from here, we're going to start with our marches. So continue that breath and that stability. Arms stay on the ground to support you. Palms down. Lengthen the whole body. And let's start with the leg closer to the camera. It's going to float up on your breath in. Scoop the abdominals, float it down. Another leg, float up. Scoop. Float down. So remember, we're trying to really hollow those abdominals. And for those of you who are on the floor, not using the roller, just do the same thing. Same thing. The roller is just challenging our stability much more. Yeah, it's making us work a little bit harder. Good. So finish it up, even it out. We're going to stay here and we're going to add our crunches. So arms are going to go to the ceiling. If you need to keep your hand down, that's totally fine. We're going to keep the pelvis where it is. Tuck your chin gently to lengthen the back of the neck. Scoop the belly. Roll the head. Push the back of the ribs into the mat to come into your crunch. So you can be here, arms here, or if your arms going up, you're going to bring it down on the crunch. And then you're going to roll that spine, one bone at a time, back into the roller without losing the stability of the ribs. Arms, as you go down, can start going back a little bit more. Breathe out, scoop, roll. Keep scooping the belly, not pushing the abdominals to the ceiling. So hollow, don't push, hollow. Roll down and the arms come up. As the head lands, the arm can go further back. Breathe in to tuck the chin and lengthen the spine. Breathe out, scoop those abdominals. Hug your hip bones, hug your ribs as you crunch. And down. Good. Give me 3 more. Keep hollowing those abdominals, pulling down towards the roller. Try to push the ribs into the roller to bring you up. The neck is going to follow, so try not to stress your neck. Last one. Keep the hands down here. Relax for a second. Good. And we're going to march the legs up. We're going to march one leg up and try to see if we can continue crunching here. Now, if your arms need to stay down, you can keep it down. Reach and come back. If you want to challenge it up here, breathe out, crunch. And down. Woo, this is hard. You can also just keep your arm next to the hip and just crunch from there, reaching the arm. So you don't have the challenge of that arm going up and down. So let's just do about 4 to 5. This is 3 for me. I'm going to go down. Good. Can't do it and look at you. All right, when you're done, march that leg down after your 4 to 5, and then do the other side. Again, if you'd rather start with the hand down to get your balance, do that. Okay? And then from here, see how it works on this side. This my bad side is the one of the leg that's down. So that's, I have to stabilize much harder here. Hug those ribs. The ribs are gonna give you stability. Woo! All right. So after you're done with your 4 to 5, bring the leg down and let's alternate. So this is a bit easier. Crunch and lift. Bring it down as you roll down. Crunch and lift the leg. March the leg out as you crunch. Again, the arm positions can be as before. So keep alternating for 6. This is 3. So many things working here. My hair is working to keep me stable. So hard. Nice. Try to move from the rib cage a little bit more, less head. William, watch your head. You're pulling on the neck too much. Try to use your ribs more. Okay, last one maybe. Good. And relax down. Just relax your head for a second. Roll the head side to side. Lift and release the shoulders a little bit. All right. Let's see. So we're going to do diagonal press. I'm trying to look at my notes. We're going to keep the head down for this one, thank God, right? We're going to march. We're going to reach the opposite arm to the inside of the opposite leg and press. So I have my leg closest to you up and the opposite arm going towards it and pushing. And then I'm going to bring it down. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to march, reach the opposite arm, push the knee away, resist with the knee, and bring it down. We've done this quite a few times before, so you guys know what I'm talking about. Now try to reach the arm as much as you can so you feel the muscles under the armpits from that same side rib coming across to the inner thigh of the leg that's marching. The hand and the feet on the ground are doing quite a bit of work, but you don't want to depend on them. So try to not overwork the arm and the leg on the floor. Keep fingertips going to the floor once you can. Good. Shoulders away from the ears. And you're going to give me 2 more. Try to use less and less arms. Very good. All right, last thing we're gonna do is you're gonna go into an imprint and you're gonna march the legs up one at a time to do our toe taps here. Again, now the arms have to support you quite a bit. Find your neutral if you can on the roller. If not, keep your imprint on the roller, okay? Legs are 90 degrees or closer to you. You decide, closer to you, a little bit more stable. Breathe out, scoop and lift the abdominals as you drop one leg down and bring the leg back up. Okay, keep scooping and lifting the abdominals, not rounding the pelvis to give you that stability. So try not to round the pelvis with the shoulders, stay really long. Scoop, lift, hug those hip bones towards each other and lift them. 3 more. Relax the leg and the hip joint, otherwise it's not going to be able to move. And only take it as far as your back is not moving at all. So if you just move a little bit, I have no problem with that. Nice. And then drop the knees to the chest. Good. And march the legs down one at a time. We're going to come off the roller. So roll to the side gently. Let's take that moment off the roller that we so love. So just lay on the side here. Yeah, feel that back just relaxing into the mat. Low back, ribs, everything relaxing down. And we're going to go through a series of bridging, okay? But we're going to start with the roller on our hands. We're going to stay there for a second. I'm just going to move back. Okay, so roller is going to come here. Okay, feet are in about 90 degrees, not very close to you, yeah, and not too far, just somewhere in about 90. Toes are pointing forward and the roller's on your hand. If this is too much, don't use the hand. Just keep the hand on the ground and do the regular bridging that we do. Okay, we're gonna go into articulating bridge. So you're gonna breathe out, scoop the abdominals, imprint the spine, squeeze the butt. Keep rolling the pelvis off the mat. Hold it, and now just reach the arm back. As you roll down, you're going to bring the arm back down with you. It can come all the way to the pelvis, down to the thighs. Now, let's try to do it together. So you're going to roll the pelvis, come up as the arms reach overhead. Don't push that rib cage to the ceiling. Shift that knee and pelvis forward. Breathe out, roll down, bringing the roller back in. Good. If you want to squeeze the roller a little bit, you're going to get more activation in the inside of your arms. You can just hold it and not have to do anything with it. Okay. Nice. Give me two more like that. Scoop, round. When you're up there, reach the roller away, reach the thighs forward, then the roller back. And then with the chest, roll down. And then the roller comes towards the thigh. Last one. Roll up, roller goes back. Reach the roller back, not so much down, it's back. And the knees forward. Keep the shoulders wide, yeah? I don't want to see those shoulders coming up to the ears, and roll. Now we're going to stay up and we're just going to move the arms, maintaining a bridge position. Okay? So go to a position that's comfortable for you to hold. Let's bridge up. So scoop the abdominals, bridge, hold the position. So chest and ribs connected, knees reaching forward. Just the arms go back, reaching and forward. Shoulders away from the ears. When you come down, keep shoulders nice and wide as you go up and forward. You can breathe in to lift and lengthen everything. Breathe out to bring it back. Keep pushing your butt to the ceiling. Keep rounding. Nice. Give me three more. Breathe out back. Breathe in forward. Switch your breath, whichever it is. Keeping the shoulders wide. Keep reaching the thighs forward. Keep reaching the arm back. Good. And then last one. Let's roll down. Keeping the arms back there. Keep the arms back there. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it as you roll down. And then bring the arms forward. Okay, we're going to bring the roller under the feet. So we all know that this is a lot more challenging. If you don't want to use it under the feet, you just do a regular bridge. Okay, make sure you can grip into it. And from here, we're going to start lifting. So now I want you to lift up without rounding. We're just going to press the feet into the roller, find your neutral, then hug that torso in one piece. Press into the roller, push, push, push until you feel your glutes activate. Now keep pressing and hover that pelvis straight up, reaching the knees forward, but pulling the roller towards you. And then come down, just tap the tailbone down. And then press into the roller, come back up. Reaching the thighs forward, keep that nice long line. Tap just the tailbone down, press into the roller, lift, chest and ribs reaching, and press, 4, down, 5, come on, 6, let's do 8, 7, keep pulling the shoulders away from the ears, reaching the arms towards the roller, 8, come down, relax, stretch the legs, keep them there for a second. That's a lot of work. Good. And then we're going to go into the same thing and we're going to add marches. Okay. We also know that this is pretty hard, but let's try to do that. So let me see what we have here. All right. So come up into your bridge and let's try to march. We're going to come up. And we're going to hold it there and you're going to march, leg up and down. Keep the roller still, push the leg into the roller, come up with the other leg. Now watch the pelvis. Are you dipping the pelvis to lift the leg? If you are, come down a little bit lower, find a more stable position because the whole trick here is pelvic stability. Keep reaching your hands down to the roller, pulling the scapulas away from the ears. Keep that pelvis up, keep reaching, keep squeezing the glutes. Last one, hopefully it's even for everybody. Down, lengthen everything,
Pull that pelvis back down, straighten that roller away. Nice work, everyone. All right, so last time we did the hamstring work, but we're not gonna do that today. We're gonna bring the roller back in and I'm gonna do just one more challenge. We're gonna come up, you're gonna raise one leg up. I'm gonna try to raise the one close to you. You're gonna drop the leg towards the TV and bring it back. Okay, so this is called windshield wiper. It's basically dropping towards you, not that much. I just wanted you to know it's coming towards you. I have to keep my pelvis still as I drop. Try to do 3 drops, and then you're gonna come back and switch to the other side. Okay, so the leg goes up, pelvis stays still, the leg drops out to the side, it comes back. 2 to 3, see what works for you. Keep the thigh and the sit bones reaching straight ahead. Good. Come down, and then we're going to do one more to each side, and then that's it. Really stabilize and realign in the center. Leg goes up. Everything stays in place. Drop it to the side, but keep the hip up of the leg that you're dropping. Breathe out. And the shoulders have to stay down, yeah? Watch that you're not twisting. Side is definitely much easier. Keep reaching the foot to the ceiling, whether you're flexed or pointed. Bring it down, roll down, straighten the leg. My glasses are foggy from how hard that was. Okay, we're gonna stay here with the legs straight and we're going to do the 100 in this position, okay? And how we're gonna do this is we're gonna crunch up, start with the legs bent. We're gonna breathe in for 5 pulses here. Breathe out, push the roller away, 5 pulses here. So I have my feet flexed. You can keep it pointed, but it's easier to just activate everything here. So I'm gonna stay here, breathing in to breath, breathing out to push, breathing, okay? If you need to support your head here, you can. Just do the breathing part of it. You also don't need to straighten the leg all the way through, okay? You only straighten to where you feel your back is well supported. So it can be from here to here. You find your range of motion. So arms to ceiling or behind your head, tap your chin. Keep the knees bent for the first 5 breaths in. So breathe out to crunch. Hold. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull. Out. 3. Out. Don't lock your knees. Watch your knees. 4. You're really pulling the thighs up and you're not pushing that knee down. 6. 7. Imagine you're pushing on the reformer. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crunch higher. 9. Breathe to the back of the ribs. Last 5. And relax down. Good job. Talking about multitasking. That was a great job, guys. Well done. All right, so we're gonna go into the series of 5, and I'm gonna change this up also a little bit. I like these exercises. The series of 5 are the single straight legs, single leg stretch, double leg stretch, double leg lower, single straight leg stretch, and crisscross, okay? We're gonna start here with the roller against the thighs. So the legs are 90 degrees. I have the roller against my thighs. I have my elbows bent and I have my lower arm pressing into the roller. So options here, if you already feel there's a lot of work, I am pushing the roller into my thighs and I'm resisting with the thighs. So already the core is pretty active. You have the option to crunch and do single leg stretches here, or you have the option of keeping your head down. Okay, I've already got tired just talking. So let's try to do about 10 of those and then we rest. So get into the position, press. If you're gonna crunch up, breathe out, crunch up. Keeping one leg into the roller, you're gonna straighten the other one. 1, bring it back. 2, crunch higher. Keep pushing the roller into the thigh. 3, your leg can go a little higher if you feel like you're arching. 5, lift those abdominals. Lift the abdominals as you reach the leg. 7, 8, crunch from the rib cage. Watch the neck. 9, 10. Woo! Bring it down. Nice work, everyone. Grab the roller from the outside, and we're going to be doing the double straight leg from here, okay? Double leg stretch. Wow, fasting makes me forget everything. Okay, so we're gonna start with the roller here. I'm starting just over my knee. We're gonna crunch up. And then the exercise here is we're gonna breathe out, reach the roller away and the legs forward, and then pull everything back in, and you can rest here. All right, head can stay down, and you can do it from here. Just remember that your legs have to stay a little higher because you don't have the support of the crunch of the back into the mat. So crunch up, and let's try to do 6 of these. Breathe out, reach the roller and the legs away, pull it back. Push into the roller and get your arms active. 2, bring it in. You crunch up from the ribs, otherwise your neck is gonna get really tired. 4, good. Pull up a little bit more. 5, pull yourself up. And 6. If you wanna do more, go ahead and do. Otherwise, I am going to bring my head back. Yeah, you can do up to 8. Okay. And we're gonna go into single straight leg stretch. So from this one, I'm going to keep pressing the roller into my fracture. I'm gonna go a little higher because my legs are a bit higher. But if your legs are not as straight, you can keep the roller pressing into the thigh, and you can keep your elbows bent here. We're gonna be doing this one, okay? Like scissors. So knees bent, knees straight, crunched up, arms straight. These are all different options. So I'm holding from here and I'm pushing into my shins. So I'm really making myself crunch higher. We're gonna breathe out, switch. Don't let the pelvis rock. 2, so reach the leg away, not down. 3, scoop those abdominals. 4, push into your leg, push the roller into the leg. 5, crunch from the ribs. 6, 7, reach the leg away. The other one is pushing into the roller. 8, they're going opposite each other. 9, 10, and rest. Woo-hoo! Are we sweating? Yes. Okay. All right, so double straight leg stretch, same, double leg lower. Okay, so on this one, you can do several things. You can crunch up and keep your arms. So anything that the arm is gonna be above your head is going to be hard. You can keep the arm up here. You can keep the arm, bring the leg, push against, keep it there. Push against the roller. Okay, so all these things are options. Back here too, just keeping it back there. I want you to give me 6 to 8 of these. Scoop the belly. So don't worry about how low you go. I need to make sure that your low back is really safe on the mat or not moving at all. Good. And when you're done, just hug it in. Watch that your shoulders are not going up. Good. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Good. So our last one is our crisscross. Okay. We're going to come back here and I'm going to try to, the knee that's bent, we're going to rotate the roller to the floor here outside the thigh. And then I'm going to come back here. And I'm going to rotate to the other side. And then I come back here. Okay, if you want to make it harder, you can keep it against the thigh quite away from you. And then you rotate, push, rotate, push. Remember that the legs can go a little higher to the ceiling, does not need to go low. Okay, what I don't want to see is your pelvis rotating. So when you go to the side, see how my pelvis is still cannot go with me. So the idea is, I'm rotating from my torso, but my pelvis stays completely still. So watch how far you can go. Maybe you don't have that much rotation, okay? So let's try to go for 10. So I'm gonna do the really hard version, pushing away through my thighs. So I'm gonna start away from you. Rotate. My pelvis of the straight leg is super stable. I bring it back. Rotate. So really reach that leg that's going away because it's gonna give you stability. Nice. Push that roller away. Push the top of the roller away. Push it. Push the top of the roller away. Push the top of the roller away. Make you twist more. Push. It's probably 10 already. Push the top of the roller. Make you reach a little bit more. But the pelvis stays still. Good. And rest. Woo, nice work. Very, very nice. I have to remove this thing on my screen. Just rest there, hug your knees, put the roller on the side if you want to. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna come up. I'm gonna change it a little bit because I'm sure we're tired of doing abdominals. So I'm gonna go into upper body. So you're gonna roll up and we're gonna come into an all fours position. We're gonna do opposite arm and leg reach with the roller, just to give us a little bit of assistance. And before we do that, we're gonna do a little bit of a stability exercise for the scapula. So the roller is gonna be in front of you. We're gonna be on our forearms. If you need anything under your knees, please go ahead and put something. Okay, so I have elbows and shoulders aligned, knees and hips aligned, and I'm in neutral. So make sure you're not collapsing. Lift the abdominals, lift the bottom ribs, lengthen, pull the shoulders away from the ear, push your chin and the neck up to the ceiling to lengthen everything. In this position, you're gonna drop your chest down, the scapulas are gonna glide up and try to meet each other. Then you're gonna push into the roller and pull the scapula down. So scapulas are gonna drop, but watch it that you're not dropping your low back, yeah? Try to keep that neutral position as best as you can. Push into the roller, pull the scapulas around all the way under the armpit. The shoulders are away from the ears the whole time. Good, so Simone, you have the roller here and you're going here. Okay, I don't need, the arms don't move and you're right over it. The chest collapses down, yes, and then you push and you round that scapula. Yeah, the head is not going with you. You're just dropping the chest so the scapula squeeze towards the spine, and then you push. Feel free to bring your toes up if you feel that it stabilizes you a bit more. Give me 2 to 3 more. So scapulas are squeezing the center of the spine, scapulas are pulling away. When you're done with the last one, stretch back if that's okay for you. If not, you can just stay there, sit up. Okay, so let's find the position of our scapula. This is to stabilize it more. So we're gonna press and keep that pressure. So this is what we're avoiding to do. Yeah, the scapula is pulling towards the center. We're trying to keep the scapulas wrapped around the ribs here to the side. So keep the pressure on the roller and let's roll, let's reach the leg back. So we're gonna reach one leg back. One leg goes back, adjust the pelvis and try to lift it up without changing the position of the body. So we don't collapse, we don't rotate this way, we don't drop this way. Okay, so reach, then bring it back and do the other side. Reach the leg first, adjust the pelvis, keep the lengthening, reach the sit bones, and then leg goes up, and then it comes down, and then you pull it back in without moving anything. So give me about 4 to 6. Reach, adjust, float, bring it back, bring it in now. Good. Lift the back of your head a little bit more, Rania. Look at my leg, Rania. Keep it on the floor. Adjust the pelvis. Reach it away. Point, point, point. Just point. From here, point. Point, reach, reach. Now let it float up. Yeah, without doing this and without collapsing. So it doesn't go very high, yeah? And then bring it back. So when you're done with your 6, stretch back.
And then we're gonna come back up and we're gonna do just the arms. So this is gonna be more challenging. Press into the arm press into the arm on the roller and pull the shoulder down and anchor that scapula. And keep that pressure as you reach the other arm up or just forward and then back. So you're not collapsing when you reach the other arm, yeah? The idea is once this arm comes off the roller, I can't lose the stability on the shoulder. I keep pressing and I can either come to the floor, stay there, or try to lift and come back. This is intense on the roller, so be careful. If you have any shoulder issues, neck issues, this is not for you today. You can do it on all fours like we usually do and just reach the arm from here. This is totally fine. Okay? Or if you have blocks, you can do it on blocks and reach it from there. So try again to getting 4 to 5, stabilize one side, pull the shoulder scapula down and try to reach the arm and then you bring it back. Stabilize first and then reach the other arm. Bring it back. Stabilize, reach. Okay, no rotation on the torso. I'm rotating a bit to look at you, but try not to rotate. Just keep the back of the neck and head reaching, crown of the head forward. When you're done with your 6, stretch back. It's quite challenging on that upper body. Good. Simone, I need you to push up a little bit more, yeah? You're collapsing here a little bit. Push, push. The scapula should be all the way here. Okay? So we're gonna do opposite arm and leg. So now we're really challenged, right? So we've done the legs alone and the arms alone, and now we're gonna do both. So I'm gonna keep my arm that's away from you and the leg that's closer to you on the mat. Now I can either reach it to the mat and find my stability here, or I can go ahead and reach and then lift that leg up without shifting my hip, without collapsing my scapula. So watch that leg that's on the floor when you lift, that you're not shifting that hip to the side, okay? You're pushing that hip in. So try alternating sides. Again, another 4 to 6. Keep the pelvis still. That arm and elbow pushing into the roller should be really working hard for that scapula not to collapse. And try not to lift your leg too high. Otherwise, you're going to lose the stability in neutral spine. Work that core. Watch your shoulders, Simone. Yep, keep pushing into the roller, so don't collapse. When you're done with 4 to 6, push that roller forward and stretch down. Breathe into the back. Open the shoulders wide, so arms wide, please. Wide arms so we're not collapsing that shoulder inwards. Good. That's great. All right, when you come up, just roll up. We're gonna put the roller forward and we're gonna lay back down and we're gonna do the roll up. So the opposite arm and leg is a little bit of a change the abdominals. We're back to it. So we're gonna be here. I'm gonna start off with the roller on your feet. Yes, let's do roller on the feet. So pressing down, again, you can do this without the roller on your feet, okay? We're gonna bring the arms up overhead without popping the ribs, as wide and only as low as you need to. Flex your feet, push down into the roller, and let's go. Scoop, press the ribcage into the mat. So your legs are higher, this is harder. Scoop and lift here, come up and over a big beach ball and reach the arms forward. Drop the head between the arms. Now press into the roller, round the pelvis, scooping the abdominals, start pulling the shoulders away from your ears as you roll back down, the arms reach up overhead. Good. Again, breathe in to lift the arm and the head, breathe out, push into the ribs. Keep scooping and lifting the abdominals, reach forward, reach the heels, lift that rib cage and reach forward. And then as you roll down, glide those scapulas back down, keep pushing into the roller.
So you can keep your arms next to the ears the whole time if you want to make it harder, yeah? So you don't have to bring the arms down. You can keep it up this way. You come up and over, keeping the shoulders wide. Lift the nose, lift the ribs. And as you come down, the arm stays next to the ear. And you get to do a bit more challenge, okay? Last one. Scoop. Lift, 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 reach. Nice wide shoulders, reach the heels. Breathe out. Keep reaching through those ears, pressing down. Arms can stay next to the ear or not. Control the roll down. And bring the hands next to you. Very good. All right, so I'm going to keep the legs here for now. Bring your feet together, flex your feet. We did this our last roller class. We'll do it again. This is really nice mobility for the hip joint. You're going to keep your torso and your pelvis in neutral. You're going to pull the roller in without rounding the pelvis, so the tailbone is still heavy. Press down into the whole roller, flex the feet, push away, but keep pulling the thighs up, the hamstrings and the inner thigh. When you straighten the leg, you shouldn't be able to lock your knee fully because you're lifting the muscles. Press down into the roller, pull, you should feel some hamstring. Push down into the roller, lift the muscles as you reach away. Breathe in to pull. Don't change the position of the pelvis. Breathe out, press and push. And pull. And press and push. Last one. I'm going all the way to my toes. It's up to you how far you want to pull and push. Stay here. Rotate out. So rotate the toes out, the thighs out, the knees out, and the heels are together. Now pull, keep it squeezing of the heel and push. So my knees are about hip width wide, yeah? As I'm pulling, my knees are about as wide as my hips. My heels are together and push. Keep the heels together. I'm keeping my feet flexed. You can point as you pull the roller into with your toes and then flex to push, keeping the heels together. Pull with the feet, the back of the leg, the toes at the end. Push, squeezing, reaching. 2 more. Breathe in. Don't change the position of the pelvis. Shoulders away from the ears. Last one. Good. Now, we're going to do the movement of the legs. So we're going to pull in with the knees out. We're going to close the knees at the top. Push with the legs straight. Open up the hips. Pull in. So I don't care if your heels are together anymore. Press, push. So try to make it fluid. You push, you drop the legs out, you pull with the legs as wide as you can. Close it in without much force now. We're looking for more movement. 4, breathe in. Breathe out. 5. This should feel really nice. So just release that leg and the hip. Let it just move. Hold it at the top. Let's reverse it. Drop it out. Push out with the legs out. Now close them back in with the legs straight. Pull in with the legs together or straight. Drop out at the top. Push and close and pull. And drop and push. Keep pressing to the roller a little bit. It stabilizes a bit more. I didn't press enough. Open, push a little bit into the roller, close, pull. Even if you go into more internal rotation, even better here. Internal, pull, open. Yeah, just mobilize. It's all about mobility. Feels really nice. And release it here. Nice work. Good. Straighten the legs and just let it rest for a second. Nice work. It's really good work to mobilize here. Okay, so let's change this. Yeah. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do some back extensions to move you out of here. Are you guys okay? Are your hips and legs okay? Feeling okay? Then stay there. Pull the roller in, lift the pelvis, and bring the roller right under your sacrum. So this is not very comfortable for many, So if you need to add any cushioning to the back of the roller, you can. We're gonna lift the legs up. So if you have any issues with your pelvis, with your sacrum, with the low back, maybe you don't want to do this. You can do it with a ball if you know it's okay for you, or you can do it laying down on the ground. Okay? We're gonna take the legs to the ceiling.
This is where I needed to change the position of the camera a little bit.
Okay, I'm going slightly away from you.
Okay, so if you don't need anything,
We're gonna lift the legs to the ceiling. Yeah, so bring it up, march one leg at a time, legs go up. Okay, my toes are still disappearing, but that's okay. So your sacrum should be on the roller, right? Not your low back, your sacrum. And you're holding the roller with your hands here. Pull the shoulders away from your ears, nice and wide shoulders and chest. From here, we're going to breathe out, do double leg lower, and lift. When the legs go back up, the pelvis does not round to bring it. So think of your tailbone just anchoring and hooking to the front of the roller the whole time. Especially when the legs go up, you hook that tailbone even more, even if you need to arch the back a little more. Don't stress the neck and shoulders. Nice. Last one. Good. You can go low. I'm not going because I don't want you guys to think that you can arch or move. So the idea is you stay neutral. Now from this position, we're going to do single leg scissors. So we're going to reach one leg away and the other one towards the ceiling. Okay, feel free to do it with the knees bent. Okay, so if you need to do the toe tap, you can, or just straighten the leg as much as you can. Breathe out, reach away, reach towards you. Look at the pelvis on the roller. Are you misaligning? Are you dropping? If not, just keep the movement small. And now try to alternate without stopping. Let's go. 1. Don't reach down and back, reach away. 2. 3, reach away. 3. 4. 5. And 6. And relax. Good. Watch that your back is not collapsing, your ribs are not collapsing, you're not collapsing, yeah? You're lifted and you're in neutral, but in this position. So you are working and sandwiching, not rounding, not rounding. Okay? So lengthen that body. Okay, from this, we're gonna go into bicycle. So the same movement that we were doing, we're gonna bend that bottom leg, pull, reach it back as the other one goes. So think of pedaling a big bicycle. Don't lose that torso. So breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Good. Do 2 more. And now let's reverse it. So bend, back pedal. Back, so you can flex the foot on this one if you want. Reach, back pedal. Bend, push and reach, reach, reach. Bend, push and reach that leg. Okay? Again, focus on your stability. What's your range of motion without having to disturb the back and the pelvis? And let's assume that was even and relax. So here you can drop and round a little bit. My sacrum gets aggravated on this. All right, now we're gonna do some serious hip mobility. The legs are gonna go back up. We're gonna keep it parallel to the hips, and we're gonna open and close here. So we're gonna open the legs out, keep the sit bones long, keep the torso long, the crown of the head, and pull it back in. So I don't want your legs back here. I don't prefer it to be here. I would like it just on top of the roller. So open and close. I'm in parallel, my toes are pointed. Feel free to flex the foot. Breathe out, breathe in to open, breathe out. Sink the leg into the hip joint, pulling the abdominals in. Breathe in, lengthen out, breathe out. Imagine you're pulling that leg into the hip joint. Good, last one. Good, now in first position. So heels together, toes out, yeah? Heels together, toes out, can you see? I'm flexed. I'm going to lead out with my toes and I'm going to lead in with my heel. I'm going to stay in this rotated. So I'm doing external rotation. My knees are now facing 45 degrees, not facing me anymore. And open, 2, and in. So the back of the thighs are coming together. 3, keep lengthening those sit bones. Lift that chest up, everybody. 4, chest up, lengthen the sit bones. 5, sink the leg into the hip joint. 6, reach and pull. Last 2, pull. Keep rotating the thighs. Last 1, pull. If you need to rest, bend the knees in. Otherwise, toes together, heels out. So I'm pigeon-toed. Okay? Now my knees are facing each other. My thighs are facing each other. My big toes are connecting. My heels are outside. Heels out, toes in. Okay? Now watch your leg. Can you do internal rotation even on both sides? If not, help the side that needs a little bit more internal rotation. 3, 4, relax the shoulders. 5, heels out all the way. Knees want to kiss each other. 7, 8. Good, bring it in, rest it for a second. Now we're gonna alternate, so serious hip mobility. We're gonna start with heels together, toes apart, open. At the bottom, you're gonna rotate and come in. So the toe is going to be leading the movement. Rotate, toes out, reach, rotate, toes in, close, rotate, out, rotate, toes come in, rotate. So try to keep rotating and moving. Pull, 4, rotate, exaggerate that rotation, out all the way, in all the way. I'm gonna assume this is 6. Stay here. Toes in with the heels out. Heels lead. So heels press out with the toes facing in. Rotate. Heels lead coming in. Rotate. Heels go out. Rotate. Heels come in. 3. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Last one. Open, close, and release. Woo! Now you can round that pelvis, collapse the low back, knees to chest if that feels okay with you. Nice work. Oh la la. Okay, so we're gonna go belly down. Actually, let's stay here and go ahead and do our stretch. So keep one knee in. I'm gonna keep the opposite knee to you in, and I'm gonna bring this leg down. Okay, you can bring it down here. You don't have to touch. Now, if this is okay with you, you can stay here. If you can straighten, watch my back. I'm not letting go of my low back to straighten my leg. I'm keeping my hip close to my ribs, so I'm rounding a little bit, and then I'm reaching my leg out. And you should feel quite an intense stretch in the front of the hip. Okay, if you want to relax the leg down here, you can, but don't let your low back pop. So see how I'm rounding a little bit? My abdominals are pressing. My hip bone is coming up, not going away from me. So try to relax the leg now. Yeah, just relax and see if that makes it more intense or less intense for you. Stay here. And then if you're feeling really great there, you can straighten the other leg up and hold behind the thigh. Breathe. Relax the foot or flex the foot. Stay here 5 more seconds. Nice. Bend this knee back in and then slowly pull the other knee in. Rani, you can do this with us. This is a good hip flexor stretch. Hold this knee just gently and then drop this leg. See how that feels. And then if you feel okay, try to straighten it out. Remember, I'm pushing my low back down towards the floor, lifting my abdominals up. And after I straighten my leg, I can release the lower leg, but I keep still lengthening that upper leg. Breathe. And then you can straighten this leg if it's appropriate. If not, keep that knee still bent. You don't need to straighten it. Relax the shoulders. Breathe, relaxed. I like to breathe to the belly here. Good. And then relax this knee in. So you guys can always do the stretch, especially after a long day of sitting at work. It's a very good hip opener stretch. Very good. Okay, bring the knees to the chest and then slowly roll that roller away. Yes, and relax here for a second. Just let your back relax. If you want to, just keep the legs over the roller and straighten it out. Just breathe here. We're out of time, so you guys are saved from doing back extensions. But we got a nice stretch in at least. It's good. We did a lot of hip and leg work. We didn't do much upper body work, so I have to include that in the next class. All right. Roll to your side and then come up. And then if you want to, just stretch that upper back a little bit, open it up. I always like to end with this. You put the roller on your scapulas, hand behind the head, okay? And then find where you want to be. It doesn't have to be very low. So right at the top of the scapula there or the middle of the scapula. And then holding the head, just arch over and breathe into your chest. If it's too much, come up a little bit more. If you want to go to the mid back a little bit more, then you come lower towards the bottom of the scapula more. Breathe to the chest, relax the head, relax the shoulders. And then with your hands, slowly lift that head up. And then if you want to bring your heels closer, lift the pelvis. Bring the elbows together, pull the scapulas away from each other and roll right in the middle of the scapula. Woo, I just cracked. Oh, it's cracked. Stay rounded, stay lifted with the pelvis. So the idea is not to stay open, it's to now pull everything in to open up the back so you can roll right between the scapulas. Right under the shoulder. Just to the middle of the back. You can lean to one side more and roll on that side, but then open up that scapula even more. Pull everything so you can roll right inside that scapula. And then you do the same thing to the other side. Open up that side, and then roll just on the border of the inner border of the scapula. And then to the center again. Wow, that feels nice. Good. You can all keep rolling away. I'm going to come and stop the recording. There was still quite a lot of exercises to do, but
We worked out well today. Good job.